You ready?
Yeah, you ready? Yeah.
All right. Here's our rankings for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Three, two, one. 9.5.
3.5. 3.5.
I think you cut. I think you cut out there. What'd you say?
I said I said 3.5, and it's gonna go lower if you ask me again.
Are you being for real?
Yeah, that's like my rage bait answer. I was gonna say 10 out of 10 just to be funny.
That was your rage bait
And I'll tell
answer?
you why. I'll tell you why. I and there's one reason in particular. Okay?
Please.
You show me to like just open up with that the whole thing?
Yeah,
Because there's a
yeah.
couple reasons. Like
Let's get
obviously
into it.
Tom Holland's not my favorite Spider-Man.
That's
It
fine.
wasn't my favorite Spider-Man movie from I would say maybe. Well, I don't know. That might. No, it definitely wasn't. Okay, there's one thing in particular that is just tanking this movie's score for me.
What is
And
it?
this is something I realized today, like a little bit after and kind of in the moment, but I really thought about after. Was that this, bro, I fucking think the Spidey tracker, facial recognition, pop up on my phone, I know where Spider-Man is, I'll use all the city's cameras to track the bad guys, is some like fucking propaganda bullshit, bro. And it pissed me off a little bit, to be totally honest with you. I get that he's Gadget Man, but he's not like hacking into the mainframe. He's like, oh yes, the cameras that track everyone and where they're all going. How conveniently placed, and what a convenient feature these are for me fighting crime. It's so useful to use all these these flock
All these
cameras
flock
to fight crime in
cameras.
my city. Like I'm like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? And it's not a secret that like there is some level of government spending into like government sponsorship into Marvel. That's a thing.
That's a thing. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's necessarily even a terrible thing or whatever, but like you've already elicited yourself to the propaganda take. And so when like such a heavy part of the movie to where it's even the end credit scene is based on the ability to use cameras to track and fight crime and be exciting by surveillance of everything that's going on. I'm like, I get it, but this isn't Watch Dogs. We're not hacking into like private security. We're not hacking into like the private security mainframe. We're
Right.
just using the, the CCP conveniently placed. I don't know. So that's my tanks review. It got tanked because of that. I thought that was fucking stupid.
Interesting. But like, okay, can I kind of rebuttal this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Please.
totally I totally get where you're coming from, but there is a line that the like chief of police says to Spider-Man, like he's on the phone with her and he's like,
It's not illegal.
yeah, like they're on the
Yeah.
phone and he's like, I'm tracking, like we're tracking Scorpion. I got every camera database in all of NYC tracking him for facial recognition, and she goes, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that because that's super illegal.
Yeah, because it's illegal when Spider-Man does it.
Mmm.
The only real good guy, but the fucking evil government corporation that has full access to it
Mm-hmm.
in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
it's totally fine when they use it, even though they're using it to kidnap people who are different and torture them to exploit them.
Shout out the X
Allegedly.
Men. Shout out the X, dude. Yeah, that's no, you're right because that's the
Like you don't.
whole
But
premise of the X
when
Men.
actually moral compass Spider-Man man,
Mm-hmm.
the guy,
Mm-hmm.
the moral compass for all of Marvel and my
Mm-hmm.
heart growing
Yeah.
up,
Yep.
uses the thing, it's illegal all of a sudden. This thing that the
Mm.
taxes are paying for. I mean, if it's gonna be up, why not just let any? That's a terrible idea, but it's like nobody. There's already like there's all this. I was listening to the story about how like police officer was like tracking his ex's location using
Yeah.
flock cameras,
Yeah.
and I'm like, but when Spider-Man does it,
But when Spider-Man does it, it's
the
illegal.
fucking problem. And so you're right. She does call that out, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting that she calls that out, and Spider-Man's like, oh yeah, but I'm the cool vigilante. I
Right.
can use I think surveillance is actually really hip, and I use it for
I
good.
can do whatever I want, actually.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
Interesting take.
That doesn't feel loaded at all. So yeah, that's my real take. If it wasn't for that, the movie was super fun. It's still not one of my top Spider-Man movies. I love the part where Tom Holland gets whipped around by the Hulk with
So
no
fun.
remorse, because that felt so real. Because the Hulk gets nerfed so often, and so it was nice to see him get his ass beat for a second. I
Yeah.
won't talk about when the Hulk fell
That
because he
was
couldn't carry like
yeah.
20 tons for the first time in his life. But the part where he beat Spider-Man's ass for a second felt really real, and I appreciated that
I
a
didn't
lot.
like how they wrote that. Like I liked that moment where you can see through the mask and Peter's like, Bruce, it's me, it's your friend, Peter. And like Hulk looks at him and then looks at his reflection. But then he just falls. And then the
Yeah,
next thing we hear about him is through the TV and they're like, "Oh, Dr. Banner is like in a psych ward now." Cool. So that's like it.
yeah,
That's an easy write out.
yeah. It was weird. And but the thing is, the setup for it was really cool. Where he's like, oh, he's like in the class. He's not one of the students,
Yeah.
and he's asking Doc. He's like, what if I did this? And then he sees him, like he sees Spider-Man, and he asks him the same question, and he puts the pieces together. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was so much fun and so cool.
Yeah.
But then the part, I don't know. So it's like parts of the Hulk were amazing, and parts of the Hulk were also some of the worst parts of the movie almost.
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
again, the thing where the Hulk fell off the building with like this debris holding him down. I was like, that's
Lame.
literally you had to get him out of the fight in some way.
Yeah. That's half your
You had
budget
to
right
have him
there.
like removed from the fight for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was actual Hulk in that situation at actual potential, it would have been the end of the movie and the end of Spider-Man, and it would have been rated R.
Yeah,
I think.
he would have torn him limb for limb because it
Because he just grabbed him and he just started whipping him around, and then
yeah.
he like it's over.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have had to write it a different way. So I think it's cool, but also frustrating at the same time.
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
What did you think about Jean Grey? So like she's like this is the first mutant we're really seeing. I don't know if you know a whole
Yeah,
lot about X Men.
a little bit.
Okay.
Um, and well, I watched this with Bradley Bennett, and he's a
Oh, no kidding.
huge
Yeah.
comic nerd,
Yeah.
full lifetime, like
Mm-hmm.
into all of it. And so he had some interesting takes on Jean Grey. He was like, in the same way that they kind of had to nerf Hulk for plot, they kind of had to nerf Jean Grey for plot a little bit. And she
Mm.
gets super powerful, where she freezes everything, and it's
Mm-hmm.
this epic moment.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like canon Jean Grey is just killing everybody. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
I think canon Jean Grey murdered all of New York, and like,
Oh, really?
and so she just has to be toned down for plot. And that's what he said. He was like, "Man, it really sucks that they made her so pacifist compared to how she actually is." I might be wrong about that,
Mm.
but that's what he said, and I thought that was interesting. But I thought, in the context of this movie, as her character, I thought she was great. I thought it was fun.
I think it's fine that they kind of nerfed her. That might be a hot take, but
I do too.
I just in the you're right, in the context of the movie, she's very like she's still very young. She's still like trying to learn her powers.
It's true. It's like awakening moment. Her
Yeah.
first.
So like I think it makes sense that she's not actually killing all of New York. She's just like kind of freezing them for that little bit there.
I think that's fair.
What did you think about the action? I've been asking everyone this question. What do you think about the action of Brand New Day?
Um, really good.
Yeah,
I think actually, yeah. I think the choreography, the fact that he's fighting ninjas is just sick. Like, dude, that's
dude,
just so much fun.
so fun. And like with
Isn't the
Scorpion.
writer the one who did the director is the same director who did the Marvel Ninja thing? I can't remember what
Yeah,
it is. I
Shang
might be
Chi.
butchering that.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yep, same
And so
guy.
that's just kind of a cool. I don't know.
No, yeah, and he's actually gonna be directing a live action Naruto film
Oh, really?
like next year. Yeah, so
See,
he's like,
so that's just cool.
right?
That was fun.
Yeah,
The action was good. I loved the Hulk fight until the end.
that's fair. Yeah,
When he
again,
falls off the building. I loved it.
I was pretty bummed that that was just kind of the end of the fight, but whatever.
I will say the memes that came out of this movie were pretty fun. The small potatoes meme is
Small
pretty good.
potatoes, so funny.
Very funny. I think
What else is
I had another one in mind, but small potatoes. Oh yeah, the Fortnite
there? Yeah,
Punisher. like
I just hit a
long
clip.
arm mapping. Yeah, is a really that's like a top tier Spider-Man meme, and we get that now because of this. So that's appreciated.
What'd you think of
If
Punisher?
it wasn't for dude, I love what's his name? The guy who plays this
John
Punisher. I can't
Bernthal.
remember actor
John
names.
Bernthal.
He's so much fun as the Punisher in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's great. And to be fair, he's like the only guy that I know of that I've ever watched play the Punisher, but I just think
Mm-hmm.
he's great.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's actually been the only live action person to play Punisher.
I like him in like every movie I can. I don't know what all his movies are. John Bernthal.
He's in the Odyssey. I think he's in
I
like.
have not watched The Odyssey.
You gotta watch that. Got to
I know,
watch
dude.
that. It's a life changing movie.
Let's see. He's in a lot of movies. He's in Fury, Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in some. He's oh my god, he's in Baby Driver.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Fuck, dude, he's in some really good ass movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Ford versus Ferrari, Baby Driver, The Accountant, Sicario, Fury, Wolf of Wall Street, The Odyssey. I haven't seen King Richard or The Odyssey, but every other one of those movies is a movie that I would watch again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you seen Ford versus Ferrari?
I watched it on a plane once, and I kind of fell asleep halfway through, so I just haven't finished it. But from what I've seen,
it's actually really good. And then Baby Driver is one of my favorite movies ever.
yeah,
So
that's a great movie.
okay, yeah, love him. He's great. Love him as the Punisher. Love the character of the Punisher. The scene where Jean Grey like gets into his mind and is like, "Oh fuck,
This guy's fucked
that's
up."
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny, without being over the top. So great.
Yeah.
And the scene where they're bickering about the Hulk, great.
So funny, dude. This is way
Like,
above
the
your
memes
pay
that came out-
grade.
Yeah.
Like,
This is
yeah,
way above
dude.
your small potatoes.
You're fucking fighting a radioactive Hulk, like.
Dude, so great. Loved that. And then the way that he's like, this hard ass dude, but he has the compassionate. He feels like an actual well written father character
Absolutely.
for Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
And that's great. One of my favorite types of characters, my favorite tropes is him. So
Yeah.
he's a good trope.
So you had said earlier that you didn't like how Spider-Man is so like, oh, let me call my daddy Iron
Unrelatable.
Man. Yeah, let's.
He's a nepo baby.
I'm gonna go to Yelena and we're gonna have this sexy hot tub scene.
Yeah, dude. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Neither is my Spider-Man.
Can I?
Spider-Man's not having. Yeah, rebuttal.
Can I say something though? Don't you want your Spider-Man to be interactive with this universe that we've built for the past however many years? 15 years?
Yeah, but my favorite Spider-Man universe isn't this one. My favorite Spider-Man
Okay.
universe is the one where he's the only superhero.
And you like it that way. You like when Spider-Man is a loner boner.
Dude, I liked when some of the superhero movies and it's just them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, damn, the weight really is on me. Because if
Mhm.
I die, like, it's bad.
That's it.
If I really am an anomaly, like, of nature to be in this situation that I'm in. And maybe in some way I don't know, it just makes them feel more grounded and the things that happen more significant. Because if Tobey Maguire
Mhm.
dies in his universe,
Mhm.
it's like
It's game
fucked.
over.
Yeah.
Like Venom's taking over. The whole planet's gonna become a fucking
Yes.
symbiote,
Yes.
hive mind, whatever.
And so it makes it feel like the things that he's doing actually have a lot of significance. And I am looking at it all through rose-tinted glasses. Like, I totally am. Especially with Toby in particular.
At least you admit to
But-
that. Yeah.
No, I totally am. And because that's what I grew up on. Like,
Right.
again, cut to me as a 4-year-old wearing the padded Spider-Man muscle suit that
Mhm.
was... I loved it. And, I think that with Tom Holland, I love that he's super smart. He made, like, the genius engineer, programmer trope. He's basically... hold on. What's the name of the YouTuber who, like, just makes all the gadgets, who's really popular?
Are you talking about Mark Rober? Or are you talking about the one dork?
No, the shorter, the dork guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
Michael Reeves. He's basically Michael
Yes.
Reeves. It's like if Michael Reeves was a superhero,
Yeah.
and that's sick.
Yeah.
I love that he's that. But the fact that the way he has access to all this equipment, if he was like stealing from laboratories to like get the equipment, Tobey Maguire's using the fucking public library to make his suit and print off designs
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get resources. And that shit, I don't know if you did you ever go to the public library when you were like a kid,
Oh
like a lot?
yeah. Oh yeah. All the time.
I did it all the time, man. All the time. That shit felt real.
Yeah, you feel you're
So,
like, oh, there's so much knowledge in here.
Tom Holland doesn't even know that there is a public library. I don't know.
Dude, you're a fucking hater.
He's like, that's just a short building that I can't swing from. Anyway, but no,
Wow.
and it's not that bad. I think, but the thing is, in the context of his universe, it makes sense and it's awesome. But
Okay,
my Spider-Man isn't that.
you're not into that. You're not into him
No,
being with the
I want him to be like
Avengers.
Heisenberg stealing lab equipment from the high school to like cook up his web. That's how he cooks
To
up his
like
web
make
fluid.
his
He doesn't
web
get it
fluid, yeah,
Amazon primed from like one of Iron Man's fucking
from a
suits.
drone or something, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Interesting.
Maybe I am hating, but
That's fine. You are like,
the other thing I think that makes him less relatable is his friendship with MJ, and particularly his friendship with Ned and his relationship with MJ and I don't know.
what?
I don't feel like it's as relatable as, again, I'm hard because I just watched the Tobey Maguire movie,
Uh-huh.
as the Tobey Maguire relationship with MJ, where they're not good people really.
You
I don't
like
know.
that they're shitty people and they
I
cheat
like
on
that
each other. You like
MJ
that.
comes from like this broken household where her dad's screaming at her all the time, and Tom Holland's no, sorry, Tobey Maguire's like dumbfounded, socially awkward, unable to speak to her. Looks like
Just
literally
like
looks like a
me.
chud. And then,
Yeah.
but he like through gaining his Spider-Man abilities, he gains this false self sense of value where because now that he's Spider-Man,
Mhm.
now he's confident, and that confidence leads into this ego that ends up like bringing down all of his personal relationships, and now he's like a moral gray area where he becomes actually more of a vigilante for a while and not a superhero, and he has to like fight that to bring it back. And like literally the Green Goblin drops a fucking trait crane of little kids on a field trip.
Mhm.
The and drops MJ, and he goes for MJ first. He
Yeah.
he's like,
He's
"No,
like,
that's
fuck
my
them
girl," which is
kids.
fair, but like realistically, that's like not something that's I feel like that's not what Tom Holland would do.
No, he would save the
And I
kids.
think the fact that he's like not a perfect character and that he's such a dickhead to Ursula, he screams at his landlord,
You
he
really
betrays
like that,
Harry.
don't you?
No, I do, because that dude, that actually means so much. Because if you were really Spider-Man
Uh-huh.
and you were really, um, you really had this crazy ego for the first time in your life, you've been a chud like your whole life. Like you're super smart, but
Right.
you're extremely social. And then for the first time, you have a mask to put on. And when you put the mask on, you're the literally only superhero in the world. You don't
Mhm.
think you're gonna become kind of an egomaniac that like dances on the street like a prick in front of Nestor, like a total dick, and you're gonna be like a dick to. You're just gonna. I don't know. That just feels real.
Okay.
It just feels real. That's my rant about relatability of Tobey Maguire versus Tom Holland, and that maybe is that's my opinion on it. I'm willing to be proven wrong. I'll let you say some stuff because I've been yapping.
No, this is so great because part like I totally agree with what you're saying. Like that's why I think the Raimi movies are good. Like I do have problems with
Yeah.
them, but you're
Oh yeah.
right. Like the idea that this kid is a freaking dork and gets like his lunch spilled every day and gets bullied and can't get the girl of his dreams even though she's living right next door. The fact that
Hmm.
he gets bitten by
Since he's
this,
like 4 years old.
yeah, the fact that he gets bitten by this spider and like his uncle dies and like he's just trying to make money and this and that, like yeah, you'd kind of go a little crazy. um
Yeah, and don't even get me started on Uncle Ben. Oh my gosh. The last thing he says to Uncle Ben is him being he's being a dick to Uncle Ben, and then Uncle Ben dies, and he's like, "Oh my God, the last thing I said to Uncle Ben was me like fighting him," and he just is like killing himself about that.
and he suffers with that for the next two movies. Like the whole trilogy
Yeah.
is based around that moment,
Hmm.
which I do really like.
Feels real, man.
It feels real. You know what else feels real?
Mm.
These Raycon earbuds in my ears. Guys, we're gonna
Uh,
take a quick 5 minute break.
After this sponsor, we'll be back
We'll be
with
back.
how Brad feels.
No, I feel that way, but with Tom.
Really?
Okay, think about everything that Tom has gone through. His uncle dies off screen. That's fine.
Unfortunate off screen, by the way. I think that could have been used
I think
to make him more relatable.
yeah, and the reason I'm fine with it though is because again you have this 3 movie like origin, and mind you, I don't really like a lot of Tom's earlier stuff. Like I think Homecoming's fun, it's fine. Far From Home is trash. I'd rather watch TASM 2. Like Far From Home is actually the worst fucking Spider-Man movie ever made. But then
I can't fight you on that. It's the least memorable for me. I don't remember it like at all.
dude, and that's what I'm saying. Like how do you make a
I remember that
Spider-Man
Jake
movie?
Gyllenhaal's in it.
That's
And
it.
I don't want to say why I remember Jake Gyllenhaal's in it, but he is,
That's it.
and that's all I remember. Anyway,
But then it gets outed that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And then you have the repercussions of that in No Way Home. Right? You have all these villains that aren't his trying to come after him, come after his girl, his best friend. They end up killing May.
it's true.
They end
Yeah.
up killing May, which I cry every time.
It was actually really sad when May died.
And then you have this awesome moment of brotherly love when Toby and Andrew come in that
Yes.
revitalizes him and reminds him why why he chose this life of being Spider-Man. Right? And then after that we have to cast a spell because all these villains are coming in. So
It is
everyone
crazy that he has
forgets.
to live with that.
Everyone
Yeah.
forgets that he's Peter Parker. Not that Spider-Man's the thing,
Yeah.
but Peter Parker's the thing. And then you deal with the repercussions of that in Brand New Day.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
But
yeah.
I guess, and you're not wrong. Is that it? Did you have more
That's it.
about
That's
that?
no, that's it. Yeah.
Want to build on that? Because I think you're right, and he does go through like a lot.
Mm.
By the way, you made me think of something. I want to say this before I get into that, but if you go back and watch the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, the best actors, like the two best cast actors, are Aunt May and Uncle Ben. They feel like an actual old couple, who took in. They feel their acting is of all the not always the best acting, but good writing,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. Their acting is actually really good. Anyway,
I could agree with that.
don't you think that you losing your relationships because you become a bit of a power hungry egomaniac narcissist is a little bit more relatable and realistic than losing your relationships even though you're the greatest moral perfect person in the world, but everyone in your life gains amnesia towards only you? It's like a bad truth or dare.
It's a terrible truth or dare. It's the trolley problem. Would you rather kill a baby or would you rather kill five
it's
orphans?
like a bad would you rather. That's what I meant. It's like, oh, well, this is an insane situation that I can't see myself in every single person in my life having selective dementia, but only towards me.
But only towards me.
It does make him more relatable in the fact that he goes through things that are like, you put yourself in that situation when you're watching the movie, and I did, and I was like, dude, all your friends are going to college for years,
and you just
and
have to
you're just
watch.
watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, he's such a pussy, bro. I would have said something
Shut the fuck
day
up,
one.
Eric. No, you
I would have
have
said something day one.
No.
Yes, I would have.
No.
And maybe, I don't know. But that shit did piss me off a little bit. I'm like, this guy is a fucking... I don't know, bro.
I view it.
And MJ's mad at him for not saying it in the beginning. And, like,
Yeah.
that's another point for him. And maybe you're right, because, like, him not saying it is him doing what the audience thinks is the wrong thing to do. Which is what I like Toby... what I like Toby doing the wrong thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And making the wrong decision and failing for it is the real thing. And so him doing that, in that sense, makes him more relatable. By my argument, so...
Interesting. See, I view
yeah.
I view the spell with Tom as a it's the ultimate sacrifice, right? Like
Yeah.
you are willingly giving up
I mean,
your
you haven't read
entire
Berserk, but
life.
yeah, or Ultimate Sacrifice.
You are willingly giving up your life and your friends and your relationships and everything that you know to save to save these people. And so I think
That's
living
true.
with that get that not it's not necessarily guilt because he did the right he technically did the right thing. He saved the world. But it's living with that God, if only there was if only there was another way that this could have gone. Right, didn't
You know
have
what
to
it sort
suffer.
of is?
Hmm.
It's him carrying his cross.
It's his cross to bear.
Yeah, and he bears it until he can't.
Until he can't, until he starts to mutate. What did you think of that in the movie? Did you like the fact that he got organic webs? Toby's your go, so I
In the
figured.
moment when I watched it, I thought it was cool, but I'd rather it just be one or the other. I mean, it made sense. Like it was for a reason, and the whole arachnid thing. I don't know. I don't really know how I felt about the whole arachnid. I'd want to watch the movie again to speak on like the DNA altering
Mm-hmm.
because of a stress-induced situation, and then him like going evil mode. Which honestly, I liked him when he went evil mode and he actually started kicking ass. I was like, oh, this is sick.
You're like, this is what I want.
But instead, what happens is he gets to go evil mode without ever having to sacrifice anything. He just like figures out the solution to fix it.
Fuck, you're kind of right.
Am I wrong about that?
No, you're fucking
He
kind
just
of
is
right.
like, oh wow.
He's like,
I
oh,
looked
I could just make an
crazy stupid.
inhibitor. It can
I just
suppress my
wow.
DNA.
Let me just put this on the Raspberry Pi. And he just hooks that shit up and puts it in his neck.
Oh
And it
my
would have been cool if
god,
it's
dude.
like, oh yeah, he gained some otherworldly power, but he like had to lose something for it.
Something
Or
like
he,
his
like,
humanity
he,
for it. Okay.
yes, like he
Yeah.
lost himself. Like literally, I just mentioned Berserk. I have a Berserk poster right here in camera, by the way.
Mm.
And in Berserk, he gains his otherworldly in the later arcs. He gains his otherworldly ability only when and he has a similar situation. He blacks out, he loses consciousness, and he has to be brought back to consciousness because when he's in that mode, when he goes like berserk, um, he like is just he'll kill anybody, and so the people that are actually close to him and on his side have to not be near him, and that's kind of what happens to Tom for a little bit. And it's like, oh, it's an interesting thing, and I think it could have been used in a different way. I don't know. I would like to see him just murk some people.
I can agree. Well, he
That's
almost
another thing I like about Toby. Toby ends up inadvertently killing a lot
he
of people,
kills a lot of people,
and
bro.
I appreciate that.
Well, Tom almost like murks a cop. Like, do you remember that scene when he like throws the scorpion's tail at the cop car,
Yeah,
flips the
yes,
car,
he does.
and the
But he doesn't,
but
though.
he
And
doesn't.
if he did, it would have been better.
I can agree with that because I think that would have been a really interesting turning point for him to be like, oh my god, I have to figure out what's going on.
Instead, he loses nothing and gains everything, and that just I don't know, man.
Fuck, dude, you're kind of right. Fuck.
Sorry, bro.
Are you changing my
I
mind
didn't
on
want to come
this?
here to ruin. I didn't want to come here to ruin your day.
No, I think it's still a
Brand
great.
new
Am I? Say that again.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? I still think it's a great movie, but you're right. Like,
Yeah.
there. I'm trying to think what he loses throughout the movie because you set up the movie with him. He's already lost everything, so he only
He
has.
really
things
does
to
lose MJ.
gain.
He loses the chance of getting MJ back
Does he though?
because she finds out, and then she goes, "I don't love you. I don't even know you."
But then they start
And then
hanging
he-
out. And then she at the end of the
Yeah.
movie she's like on the rooftop like and she has the hair pendant that he gave her.
Oh yeah, no, she's a fucking. And Zendaya plays her normal role of being a whore. So
Jesus.
that's unfortunately true in everything she plays. Sorry, Tom. That's hard to watch, bro. She's literally making out with supermodels in every movie that she's in.
That's true.
And they're all
Timothy
taller
Chalamet. Yeah, they're
Ugh.
all taller than you.
Talk about a real
Talk about a
real
real
white goat.
cuck. Oh yeah, for sure.
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
I love Timothy Chalamet. I love Chalamet.
I love that Chalamet. Fuck, dude,
And
you're right.
That's also a whole thing.
But
So
I
yeah, but that's
I don't think
know.
that's necessarily a bad thing because again, you go into this movie knowing that he's already lost everything. So
That's true.
it's only up from here. Now I'm
He's
not
rock
saying
bottom.
I'm not saying that that's like a perfect setup for a movie, but like I think it works for this context because we know like people who have seen like his first three movies or at least like No Way Home, like they know what he's sacrificed.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that it is true. All he's only up from here. Now he's only a nepo baby with no friends and
Jesus.
infinite resources.
This guy. You can't. God forbid a guy have a fucking 3D printer, Eric.
Dude, he has like Tony Stark's 3D printer. He doesn't have a fucking 3D printer. He has like a Watch Dogs fabricator. That's
God,
what he has.
God forbid that this guy can make a fucking a universal inhibitor in 2 days.
On his rooftop fucking apartment. Have you seen his apartment in this movie, by the way?
It's giant.
Overlooking New York.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful.
It's sick as fuck.
Fuck.
You think anyone in New York, any normal person in New York, is living in some shit like that today?
I do want to know how he affords it, because like in the movie you
It's
see
like
him
a kid from the
move.
city, bro.
Yeah, like he moves to that,
Oh, true.
and he's like the landlord or whatever is
It's
like.
connections. It's connections,
I
bro.
guess, but again, like,
Tony Stark's paying the bills.
bro, fuck. See, I
He's a part of the Tony Stark Trust Fund after Endgame.
I always go into at least superhero movies with like being fine with plot in like
Oh yeah.
plot holes. Like, how does he have the money for this?
Yes.
I don't fucking know. Do I give a fuck?
Dude,
No, the suit is cool.
But some plot holes work better than others, and I think
I can
the
agree.
plot hole. I don't even think it's a plot hole. He's just associated with the Avengers, which by proxy means he has infinite resources and infinite people to go to for any situation.
And you don't
You
like
can,
that.
like-
You want him to
and
be
I
a
don't like
loner
that.
boner.
Yeah, because is he really a loner that nobody knows him except all the Avengers?
The Avengers, the police department.
Dude. You could ask some people right now, would you rather everyone in your life not know you, but all the Avengers know who you are and you can call them anytime?
I'd be
There's
like,
some people who would say yeah.
I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get in that hot tub
I don't know, man.
with Black Widow.
Leora, yeah.
Fuck, man.
So, all of this said,
Mhm.
if my buddy called me and was like, hey, do you want to go watch Brand New Day? Again, I thought it was so much fun. I'd be like, yeah, dude, of course, let's go watch it.
So you did have a fun time.
Yeah,
What?
because watching Spider-Man with your friends is awesome. It's just a good time to go to the movies
I agree.
and sit down with your homies and laugh and watch a cool, obviously they put a bunch of effort into it. The CGI is great.
Yeah.
The action is super fun.
Mhm.
And I can enjoy something without it being like a perfectly written masterpiece. But if you're going to compare it to the others, then you have to be more critical of those things.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So,
How do you feel if I say this though? This is the most stylized Spider-Man movie, live action wise. Like the way that shots
Okay.
are, the way that the editing, the way with the web swinging, like I feel like
oh my god, the web swinging was amazing. in this movie.
amazing, dude. It's some of the
The web
best.
swinging was so good.
It's-
I'm glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because when he is like there's the one's web swing scene where he's like experiencing all the G-force of swinging webs
Hmm.
was so I'm like I've never thought about that before.
You're like in.
So cool.
Yeah.
He puts on the meta glasses, the Ray-Ban metas.
Meta, clip that.
Good point. Yeah, thank you for bringing it up.
So, you wow, you are very low on this movie. Is there like two things that you could
It-
say that are positive?
I love the action. I
Okay.
love the CGI is really good. I love the characters. I don't love the character relationships to one another. All of them. I don't love all of them.
Okay.
I love the memes that came out of it. I love how it's just fun to watch, and I feel like anyone could watch this movie without seeing any of them, and they'd be like, "Oh, that was fun to watch,"
Mm-hmm.
you know. And there's merit in that, but it doesn't that's not what's gonna win it over for me personally. I don't know. There's lots of things that are good about it. It's a well-made movie. It's like who knows? The budget was probably unbelievable.
I think it was only like
For,
230 or something, which like
oh,
I say that like
only.
it's nothing. Yeah, I say that like it's nothing, but like
But it's Marvel Studios. For Marvel Studios, that might not be
that's
that
like
much.
cheap. That's like almost indie
Yeah.
for Marvel at this point. Dude, they spent like
But
four hundred
I don't
dollars
know.
on or 400 mil on like She-Hulk, I think. Like
Yeah,
on the TV
that's
show.
nuts.
Like it's just so like I don't know.
So there's a lot of good things about it,
Hmm. Can
but
can I ask?
yeah,
This is
please.
so the reason that this is not a 10 out of 10 for me is because sure there's some plot holes and there's some things that I think they should have let breathe a little bit more. My number one thing
Mm.
that I did not like about this movie was the ending. I did not like
Can you
the
speak to
ending.
that a little bit?
I so you have this spell that Doctor Strange cast on everyone. Everyone's gonna forget Peter Parker. So
Talk
tell
about a W Avenger,
dude,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, my fucking goat. So tell me why.
So sick. Okay.
Tell me why Peter goes into this bodega. He sees Ned sitting there.
Hmm.
He decides to go up to Ned, introduces himself. Hi, my name's Peter. And then they handshake and then they go into their iconic bro shake, whatever. The camera looks at Ned. Ned's face lights up, and he's like, Peter. And then it pans to
Oh
Peter,
yeah,
and then it just fucking ends.
I forgot about that. I
That
forgot
is
about
the
that.
ending
Oh my
shots
god.
of the movie.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad to
Yeah,
me.
Doctor Strange, unless your name is Ned.
That's bad.
Thanos couldn't keep up with Doctor Strange, but Ned,
But Ned
did.
leads. The CEO of Sex can.
Holy fuck.
I can't rock with it because it's too open ended. And for a movie like this, for me it felt so tight and cohesive. I've seen it twice, so
Okay.
I was able to kind of like go into it a little more.
Timing, another thing. Timing was really good.
Timing was so good, and then you get to that,
Yeah.
and I can't help but be like, what the fuck was that?
The all-knowing Ned. It's all right through Doctor Strange, unfortunately, and his wizard ways.
I think it's fucking stupid. Now,
So
there are theories online. I don't know if you have heard of the theories.
I am not in the discourse. No, I like watching the memes where Spider-Man gets shot.
But my hope will never die. It's just MLG.
Yes.
So I'll tell you the most popular theory and the one that I can kind of vouch or I can side with. Jean Grey is a telepath, so she can get into people's
Mhm.
minds. She can, fuck with
I
people.
see where this is going.
So when she did that whole big explosion of her power throughout New York, she froze Ned and MJ. MJ was crying. People think that somehow Jean got into their minds and like put all of Peter's memories in there or broke the spell. So that's why MJ was on the rooftop and that's why Ned somehow cuz you look like you if you watch the scene, Ned's face lights up like, "Oh my god, I got it." So people think that we're going to go back to the status quo.
I guess, but would it be the status quo? It would just be the status quo for those people.
For those people,
For
yeah,
people
sorry.
just-
For
yeah.
for those three people, like MJ,
Yeah.
Peter, Ned would hang out again.
And if that is the case, then it's like, why didn't we? Is that the twist for the next movie? Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, Peter, I made all your friends remember who you were, even though after I made. My favorite part of the movie is when he kisses MJ, and it's not
And
MJ.
it's not
That was
MJ.
the. That was my favorite part of the movie, by the way.
Good twist. Good twist. I mean, like
That was
you can kind of see
amazing.
it coming, but good
Yeah.
twist. Good moment. Yeah, Zendaya really carried that.
Yeah, that was good from her.
So yeah, I just like if they go back to the status quo of these three people being friends the next movie, I can't help but feel like I got robbed because I just spent 2.5 hours being like, oh my god, Spider-Man's lonely, yay! And like 5 years of being like, oh, what's the next Spider-Man movie gonna be? Just for it.
Again, Tom Holland loses nothing.
Fuck. God damn it, Eric.
Tom Holland just gets to have his cake and
And
eat it too.
eat it too.
And I just think that my Spider-Man doesn't get that.
No, he doesn't.
My Spider-Man accidentally kills his best friend's dad.
Yep. And then, oh yeah.
And then has to live with that.
Has to live with that.
And then turns his best friend, who's also in a love triangle with his girlfriend, against him, and they have to like becomes the main villain. Like,
man, I hate Spider-Man.
I hate Spider-Man.
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 God, dude, and then you have fucking J.K. Simmons. Oh man.
Yes, J.K. Simmons is just fucking killer.
Maybe I was too low on the Tobey movies. I forgot that he was even in those. Fuck. Generational. Generational.
You gotta come up and we'll movie marathon. I have them all on DVD.
I'm so down.
I have surround sounds. We'll movie marathon all the
old Tobey.
Old ones. I have all the new ones on DVD. I have Andrew Garfield movies, the old ones, and the animated ones all on DVD.
Fuck yeah.
And Homecoming.
Homecoming.
I don't have the others though. Stopped after that.
It's okay. You don't need to get far from home.
I don't think I will.
You don't need to.
Anyway.
Wow. Okay. Well.
I think that's the review. That'll end a wrap.
Yeah. Well.
3.5 out of 10. Flock camera propaganda loses nothing. Nepo baby.
Fuck.
Gets plot defended from the Hulk for 2 hours.
For 2 hours. Man.
Yep. You can go, that's my full review.
You've really broken my worldview.
I'm sorry.
I will say when first time I watched this movie, I walked out and I was like this is an 8. I was like it's not that good. I mean it's not good.
An 8.
I was like it's
not that good.
No, sorry. Like it's not as good as I wanted it to be.
Okay.
Sure. So I was like, oh, it's an 8. And then I watched it again and I'm like, yeah, this is like a 9. I was like, this really stuck with me the second time around.
You know what? Maybe I need to watch it a second time.
I think you do. I think everyone.
I have a tendency to be harsh.
I think everyone needs to see a Spider-Man maybe twice in the theater.
It's fair.
It's just that
I'm not a twice in the theater usual guy, but I would do it. I would do it.
Go on a Tuesday, man. Go next Tuesday.
I might have to. I might have to hit up the boys.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can get someone to go with me.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. All right.
Thank you, Bradley. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Eric-san.
What's your name on YouTube and Twitch and?
Just.
Is it just Brad?
It's just Brad.
Bradman.
we can go by Zaddy though.
Okay, Zaddy works. That's cool.
It's a classic.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's how I knew you in the past. I wasn't sure that was public.
Past life. No. I'm bringing it back this year. I'm bringing it back.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
So
you can call me Eric, I guess. No, my handle on YouTube is obviously Top Notch Taco, but it's my gamer tag. It's Top Notch Taco.
I'll plug it, and I'll plug your YouTube right here too.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, honestly, there were some funny things you could pull from this in context of your channel. I feel.
I think I'm gonna post this whole thing, just as is.
That's fucked up.
And then I'm gonna clip it though.
The whole like hour and a half.
Yeah.
Of us like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to sit here for 8 hours?
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
No, I'm kidding.